Our top story tonight, two people now charged in connection to a deadly double shooting of this Uber driver and passenger in Moncrief earlier this month. We previously told you the names of the victims, the driver, Bryant Grund, and his passenger, Antonio Tilley.
Now, the arrest report says that this shooting was gang-related. Taylor Levesque is on your side live tonight looking through the arrest report. So, Taylor, what do we know about the people accused in these murders?
Well, we're learning that 22-year-old Jaquan Mills is charged with 2 counts of second-degree murder, and 23-year-old Diamond Harris is charged with accessory after the fact. The report says that both Mills and Harris were dating, and police are looking for a third suspect. Less than a month since the shooting deaths of an Uber driver and passenger, 2 people, 22-year-old Jaquan Mills and 23-year-old Diamond Michaela Harris, are now charged. Their mugshots have not yet been released. On October 6th, the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office found a Mini Cooper club van that had crashed into a home on Kylan Drive West. 2 men were shot to death. Earlier this month, First Coast News identified both victims as 31-year-old Bryant Grund and 19-year-old Antonio Tilley. We're told Grund, the Uber driver, was an innocent bystander, while Tilley, the passenger, was the target. The arrest report says the shooting was gang-related and the victim was shot due to ongoing gang beef and issues. Mills told detectives the victim had $20,000 on his head, which means whoever kills the victim will receive $20,000 payment, according to the report. Mills says he got paid $10,000 because he had to split it with the second shooter. The arrest report says that person is known to law enforcement but has not yet been located. Through interviews, the reports say investigators discovered the victim was going to the area of Kylan Drive West to meet a woman, and they were possibly going to meet up for a date. That woman was identified as Diamond Harris. The report says during Harris's interview with detectives, she admitted to speaking with the victim through Instagram, voice calls, and text messages. Detectives found texts between Harris and Mills discussing what she should say to the victim to keep him interested in seeing her and to presumably lure him to her location. The report says content on Harris's phone also shows Mills was helping her with what to say to the victim. Mills told detectives he used Harris's Instagram account, pretending to be her to message and speak to the victim. The arrest report says data from Mills' phone shows he was at the scene at the time of the homicide. Mills admitted to shooting the victims along with another suspect.
Hey, this is G-Man. We're back with another video involving Jacksonville, Florida's gang war. What I'm about to let you hear today is an interview that a woman did about the Uber driver and the 20K hit for hire. The woman in the interview that you're about to hear today is actually the mother of the young lady who was in the photo with Trey Shorty during her graduation. And this is going to sort of put together the connection Jacksonville, Florida with women.
She and her kids were in fear of their life because of accusations are keep being brought up against her over and over again pertaining to murders and violent crimes that she has absolutely nothing to do with. And she's to a point now where her kids are afraid to even leave the house. And so that's no life to lead. That's no life to live. So when I saw that, I just knew that it wasn't by coincidence. And I just knew that it was just an opportunity for me to, grab her and say, hey, well, I have the platform to be able to talk to you on. Let's talk about it. So I asked Pip, before I even went live, I reached out to Pip and I said, what questions, are there any particular questions you want me to ask you? And she said, no. She said, ask me whatever you want to ask me. And that just speaks to how transparent and honest she is when she's saying something. So I know that you're not a liar, Pip. I know that you're fair. But are you a murderer?
No. Nah, I ain't no murderer.
Do you get an arousal out of hurting people? Are you a person that plots murders? Are you a person that anticipates murders, look forward to them?
No.
Okay. Are any of your children married?
No.
Okay. So none of your daughters are married?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so you don't have a son-in-law? man that was murdered in the Uber, that was lured by the girl. Did he shoot your son? Did he shoot your son?
No.
Are you in any way that murder?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. What you got?
In any way connected to that murder?
No.
So
if I am, I don't offer detectives to come talk to me at all. Like, what? I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, what I'm supposed to do? I can't help the narrative being thrown out there, but no.
Okay. Do you know the people that were involved in that murder?
Yeah.
Who do you know?
Shit, everybody but the Uber driver.
How do you know? You know the person that committed the murder?
That's they allegedly committed it. I don't know. But,
the suspect. Do you know the suspect in that case?
Yeah.
What's your connection to them? How do you know them?
That's my deceased daughter's baby father.
Okay. And you know the young lady that's connected to that case?
Yeah, I know her through him. That was his girlfriend.
Girlfriend.
That was his. That's his baby mother, but that was his girlfriend. Like when my daughter died, that's who he was actually with. So.
And how do you know the deceased? What's your relationship?
I can't really actually say like I know him. I kind of like know him, know of him, but I know like his people. I don't really know him. Not like I never like I don't see him. I don't spoke to him like in the club and all this.
Okay.
Like,
and passing.
Yeah.
I understand. So I actually took a look at the paperwork since there has been arrest. I looked at the paperwork.
Mm-hmm.
I did not in the paperwork that they were looking for any other suspects outside of one other shooter.
Yeah.
And I just want to let y'all hoes know that fuck my baby daddy. Don't pray for me. Because I'm starting to think y'all praying on my downfall. That's why I'm still sitting here. So just stop praying about me and my baby daddy and just pray about yourself. That's all. And all y'all hoes, you're going to be dealt with.
And we might just shoot the cameraman. Tag in, I'm swerving, and coming with 30. You move wrong, they spit and rip and flip you, bitch. Slide around, double back, and get rid of the witness. Go home and take a picture and forget that we killed you. Got a little taser with them extensions, so when I show I ain't missing you. We don't need no assistance. Come on, bitch, bitch.
Also, let me remind you, the same woman who's doing this interview was charged with accessory after the fact for another murder at a Days Inn hotel.